Welcome to Different Walks, Different Talks. Okay, so today we have another guest, Nick Boere, and then this is episode 32. So if you want to just introduce yourself a little, what you do.
I'm Nick Boere. I go to school with Angus. I'm a photographer. I like to adventure. That's really my big thing, and we're really going to be diving into that today.
Yeah, so like you showed me like the portfolio you had, which I'll just put up like while we're talking. You had like the different types of photo styles you do. Like you do the astronomy. I know you do like the buildings and stuff, and there's also like you like going like urbex. Do they call it urban exploration?
Yeah.
I've done my research where you like go to these abandoned urban places, right? And you like explore there, which is really cool. And you also do like photography on old cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love auto stuff. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so do you mind just like going into like which one do you want to focus on first? Which one?
I started out doing nature stuff, which is like stuff I don't actually do anymore.
Right.
It's because I just picked up a camera at our house, just a little Nikon, and I was like, oh, screw it. I'll try
do you want to talk about like your story of getting started first? Yeah.
When I was in grade 7, it was actually a Canon, it's a little Canon power shot. We had it in the cabinet downstairs and no one used it, so I'll go on a walk around the block with the dog, I'll take some photos.
Oh.
And I didn't know what I was doing. Obviously, the camera was on auto mode. You don't know what you're doing. So after that,
cool, just took some photos.
Yeah, and I found that I liked it, so I'd walk around, I'd ask people, hey, can I take a photo of your dog?
Okay.
I started doing that, and I just started getting more into it. I started bringing it everywhere I went, and it eventually led to me buying my first camera, a Nikon D200. And that sent me back about like $300. It was a cheap little setup. It's from, I think it's older than us by a year.
Really?
It's not new.
That would be my year, 2006. I'm an old guy.
Wait, you're a year older than me?
Yeah, I'm 06. I'm 06.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's like moving from New Zealand, like it's half a year ahead or half a year behind. Oh. And I picked the half a year behind, so I'll be more,
so you're my
like,
uncle at this point, man.
Yeah, okay, don't say that.
So, yeah, I bought my first camera, a D200, and I really got into sports stuff.
Oh, sports photography.
So the school football team, I used to be pretty good friends with some of the guys on the team. So they're like, hey, Nick, you want practice? I was like, sure, I'll come out, pay me a couple bucks. I'll take some photos for you. So the Corpus tournament.
Was it like the finals?
Grade 10.
Yeah.
Our grade 10 year went against Corpus. We lost, obviously.
Right, yeah.
But I was there for that, got some great photos from there.
I saw some really cool photos. You took some of them then.
Carter did most of them, Carter Star.
Oh, okay. But you took some too?
I took some too, yeah. And I was at a few games. After that, I started going to car shows with my grandpa.
Car shows?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you can. I think I sent you the photo.
Yeah, you sent me. I'll put those up later. Yeah.
We'd always bring that to car shows ever since I could walk.
Like your camera?
No, the car. We'd always bring car shows. And I thought, shoot, I'll start taking photos of cars. So my first ones weren't all that good.
Your old ones?
Yeah, my old ones. I had that one in the BMW I sent you.
Yeah.
I took that one into skate park. I asked, like, hey, I've never done this, but can I take some photos of your car? And it's nerve-wracking your first time because you don't know what you're doing. You don't want to take up the guy's time.
Oh,
so you're just trying to like really rush, take a couple photos.
Did you show him the photos or anything?
No, but I never actually got around to it. I just
ran away
and left. Yeah, because I think he was expecting me to send it to him, like he thought I was professional or something.
Right.
But I just I just left, man. It was. Yeah, it was a little embarrassing, but
right, I see.
Yeah, so
you gotta start somewhere, though, you know.
Yeah, you gotta start somewhere. So I started going to those car shows more often with my grandpa, bringing my camera, and it really just takes a lot of time
to get good at the craft.
To get good at it. Yeah,
Did you do any like extra research while like on this path? Like, how do I take better car photos? Or, like,
so a lot of this stuff is about composition.
What is composition?
Composition, just the way you frame it, it really makes a big impact on the photo.
Like the way you frame like the object in the photo? Like,
yeah, just the whole scene, your foreground, background, where it is in the frame, how big it is in the frame, everything. That really makes a photo, because once you have that down, you can do whatever you want with the colors.
Right.
You can make it black and white if you want, as long as it's composed properly.
Oh, it will look nice anyways.
It's gonna look nice no matter what you do, as long as you don't like screw the saturation, like you're
right. You might explain a bit of like foreground, background and stuff, because like you know everything. I don't know anything you just said for the composition. You just mentioned a bunch of details. I don't even know a single one.
Yeah, so I never actually really followed by any strict rules. I just kind of
vibe photography.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. That's the problem, because I've never
had the feeling.
Sorry?
You have like the feeling?
I have the feeling of it. It's like, okay, this just feels right. Like when I'm taking photos, I like to encompass, what am I looking at? What does this feel like? Like when I go on hikes on my own, I like going up to Mount Nemo because there's a really nice cliff. You can see Toronto, you can see Mississauga. It's beautiful.
I need to go there. Send the address later.
Oh yeah.
After this, yeah.
And I'd go up there, and the photos are all the same. But if you get lucky, you can get birds up there. And positioning stuff, it's all a matter of how you feel about it. What you want to focus on. If you want to focus on the whole scene where you are, you're going to zoom out, obviously. You're going to get some of the tree branches around you.
Okay.
I've always been more about capturing a moment rather than taking a photo, if that makes any sense.
That does make sense. Yeah, that's how I approach drumming. Can I just tell you my analogy real quick? So basically, for drums, I had this one teacher back in grade 6, grade 7. He was really weird fella. He never taught me how to read sheet music for drumming. So I could never read sheet music, and even till now I can't read sheet music. So I'll see his little like sheet of music, and he just scribbles triangle for cymbal, circle for hi-hat, circle for kick drum. Like that's not how you're meant to do it, right? But then he'll teach me like by pattern of da 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 da. So now I can play like any drum, like basic song. Like I haven't learned a lot of the technical skills, but for any basic song with the drum beat, I can just play it by feel. And like when I was even at Battle of the Bands, right? When we won the Battle of the Bands.
Oh, congrats!
Cool. Yeah, thank you. My drumming was like. I didn't feel nervous at all because the way I learned it was like by feel. Like the second song, I've never practiced it once. I was too lazy. So I was like, oh, it sounds easy. I'll play it there. So that was the second time playing it, and everything was like, all right. And then I know when to hit the like from the feel. Yeah. And then I see a lot of the other bands, and the person is like, when you see them on the drum kit, they're like drumming. Like they're trying to remember like what's the next step. And then like, I think that's kind of like what you're talking about a bit,
exactly.
Right?
It's not about what.
It's sometimes not all about like, getting all the details right?
Yeah,
like the rules,
it's just like
following the rules.
Whatever it feels like, you totally got it, man. It's also the confidence. Right. The confidence is a big part of it. If you're not confident in what you're doing, you're not going to do a good job, regardless of how much practice you've had. You've got to be confident.
Right. I never thought about like photography and confidence. Do you think that's a big part, like taking photos and confidence?
I've never thought about it until now, but
right.
I'd say yeah, absolutely. Because if you don't get yourself out there and you don't feel like, okay, this is going to be good. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
Even if you don't totally know what you're doing.
Right.
You just know, these are the details I want to capture. This is what I want this set to feel like. If you get those stacked 3 photos on Instagram or whatever you do, you want the feeling to come out. If you know what that feeling is, you've got that down, man.
But do you think like learning a bit of basics like for composition also helps you as well? Just
it goes a long way.
Right.
Yeah, and even just
you need some basic skills, right? It can't just be all vibes and all feels, right?
Yeah, like you can't just pick up a digital camera and go ham. Like you've got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, like that's the moment I captured it, and then you look back and like you didn't really capture it.
Yeah.
I see.
I'd say like, obviously I picked up a few books in my time, like just learning aperture, shutter speed, all the simple stuff, ISO.
Can you like explain the simple stuff a little?
Yeah,
this is like very hard stuff for me.
So you know on your phone when you click on it and you swipe up and it makes it brighter?
Yeah.
That's usually using your ISO. It changes the sensitivity of the sensor to light.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So when it's darker, it's less sensitive. When it's higher, it's more sensitive.
I see.
So shutter speed is basically how fast it takes the photo, how long the sensor's exposed to light. So you know when you're in a dark room, you take a photo, it's kind of blurred like this in the motion.
Yeah, right.
That's because there's a really slow shutter speed. The shutter's open for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, phones don't have a shutter, but they electronically control that.
Right, I see. So for a dynamic shot of someone running, you want a slow shutter speed to capture the blur of them running?
Exactly. Right. That's exactly what it is, man.
I see.
Aperture, that's more of a mechanical component of it. That's how it's a ratio of the length of your lens to the opening.
Oh my God, I'm so lucky Michael Malkery told me about this literally like a few lunches ago. The aperture is like the ratio, I'm remembering.
Exactly.
So what is the ratio of exactly? I kind of forgot.
It's the opening that the light comes into. So you have your beginning glass, you have the intermediate glass that changes the focus.
You have different glasses? I only thought you had like one glass.
No, there's tons of glass within it, because if you have like vibration reduction, you have autofocus systems, you have tons of stuff inside a lens.
Wait, you have a bunch of glasses layered like this?
Yeah, there's multiple pieces of glass in the lens. It's not just the beginning and the end piece.
Oh.
There's stuff in between because you've got to actually focus it.
What does the stuff in between do?
Well, for focusing, obviously, you've got to move a piece of glass forward and backwards depending on how far something is.
I see.
It's like our eyes, or it's like cameras, I guess. I can't compare it to
just
itself,
like a camera. Yeah, I guess
it's like a camera.
I guess I'm a noob because I don't know. Like, does our phone have multiple layers of glasses for the camera?
I don't know.
Huh.
Yes,
struggle to
it
picture
does because it's got to focus somehow. So
Right.
there's a piece that moves around. It's just on a very small scale.
And how does the focusing piece move?
So there's a motor. It's usually, so for my first camera, the D200 I was talking about, there's a motor inside the camera.
Uh-huh.
And when you put a lens on that's adaptable to it,
Yeah.
it has a spline that inserts, and that motor will actually turn that little piece. It'll go to a gear that'll move a bigger piece inside the lens now. So you've transferred the motor inputs as an output to the lens.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And the camera will do all the computing to figure out, okay, what do I need to do?
How far you zoomed in, how far you zoomed out. Wow, that's so cool.
And it'll move stuff around on the inside of the lens and all that. But the newer cameras, they do that through electronic.
Right, through electronic control.
Yeah, the lens will actually have the motor.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
And then, like, what's the point of having different apertures? So, like, what does it do? So, like, zooming in, zooming out, like, what is it?
So the zooming in and zooming out is your focal length. That's a whole different story. The aperture, you know when you got all that background blur?
Yeah.
You focus on something, you got all that background blur?
Yeah.
That is a very wide aperture. So that usually the widest you can go, like, you measure in f-stops. So f1.8, that's a really expensive lens. That's one where the ratio between the length and the width inside,
really big?
It's great. Like, yeah.
It's very big.
It's very big.
Why do you want something like that?
You want a lot of light in for certain types of stuff.
All right.
So your phone, it doesn't have a great aperture. Like it says it's 1.8, but its sensor is also very small, so it doesn't let much light in.
What? Okay.
Photography is all about getting light to the sensor.
Right. What type of photo do you need a lot of light coming in?
Well, obviously the astronomy stuff that I do, like
Right,
you need a lot of light coming in.
I see. Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But what about just like taking photos at a car show? Do you need like a wide aperture for those?
Yes and no. It depends on what you're trying to do. For the most of the time, not at all. But if you're trying to get those tiny details and you want that blur all around it and you zoom in.
Oh, that's like all technical. That's when you need that.
That's when you want that.
See.
Or like for portrait photography, you really want a good aperture.
Right. So to really focus on the object that you're focusing on.
Because you don't want the background to also be in focus at the same time. You just want to focus on one thing.
I see.
Like there's some things.
Because it could be distracting if you focus on everything.
Exactly. And these things all play together in a triangle where you can only have so much of this without changing this. You can only have so much of this without changing that.
Right, I never thought about
So that's what...
When I take photos, I'm like, I want to capture everything. So I make everything clear.
Yeah.
And then there's like too much going on sometimes.
Yeah. And your phone obviously does all that stuff automated for you. But when you get a big, nice camera, even my D200, cheap camera, it's a DSLR. You can manually change it.
So you can perfectly target like the photo, like moment you want to capture, like the style, right?
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So that's how you got into it with the car show, right? So you took a lot of photos of cars and stuff. I presume you got better at it.
Yeah.
And then what else did you do during that time? Did you stop like the sports and the nature photography? You focus on buildings?
Yeah, so I really phased out of the nature stuff once I realized there's so much more that I'm interested in.
Oh, okay. So are you still interested in nature, or is it like the interest is there, you just haven't like pursued it or have time to?
Cars is at the top of my list. Like it's always been, I've just kind of figured out what am I good at? Right. What do I get the most satisfaction from? What do I enjoy capturing?
Okay.
The vibe around a parking lot full of cars from the 60s with like Brooks and Dunn playing on a massive speaker, like that's the moment I want to capture.
I see.
That's the stuff I enjoy. That's what I am.
Oh, okay.
I like showing people who I am, hence also why I'm here, why I like doing this type of stuff. I like talking about myself, not in a narcissistic way. No, it's fine. You get it.
The whole podcast is narcissistic.
Exactly.
Right. Oh, I see. So nature is like at your bottom now.
Yeah, like obviously if I was out on a hike, I'd be into it, but it's...
Okay. But you won't go out of your way to capture good... Like,
exactly.
I see. Yeah. So your key focus is on cars right now?
Yeah, man.
So where does astronomy rank?
Oh, I totally forgot about that. No.
Number one.
Astronomy's at the top. It takes...
What if the cars just got bumped down?
Yeah, cars would get bumped down to second, but it's very close. So cars
it feels close from even the photos you take, like I can feel that like they're close up there for you, right?
Yeah.
The feeling, yeah.
I find that for cars it's very easy because I've gotten so much practice and it's almost like instant satisfaction, instant gratification.
What do you mean by that? Sorry.
Like you take the photo, it's there.
Right, it just looks good.
That's a good photo.
Right,
I can edit it, post it.
Yeah.
You get that instant satisfaction with astronomy.
You don't get that?
it's not instant. There's so much work that goes into, so much money and work that goes into it. It is stupid. But you know
we can go in more depth later on that, but yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
it's like...
So the gratification when you get from that is even greater because you went through the length to get there.
And I know I did that. I just captured something.
Right, it's not like a
1,400 light years away.
Yeah, right. That is so sick.
And like
about that.
It's not just the photo that comes out. You have to set up everything. You have to polar align. You actually have to get it in the frame, which is so much harder than it sounds.
Yeah, it's like a microscope, but like in the sky, and you're trying to find that.
Exactly, and you're only working on 2 axes.
What do you mean by that?
So you have a motor here that actually rotates with the speed of the Earth.
Oh.
Because stars move in the sky, obviously.
Right.
Because the Earth rotates.
I only know that because of the moonlight.
Yeah, we're going to trigger a lot of flat earthers here.
If there is any that's watching.
Yeah, I'm going to send all the hate to them, but you're going to lose a lot of your fan base. I find it... I love explaining this. So stars move... You have to take a long photo.
I've seen that one before in Instagram and TikTok. It's like when you take a photo like here, you can see the stars like rotating. Even though it's like flat. It kind of bends my brain.
Yeah, it really messes up.
Because the Earth rotates, I guess, and you can capture that. I thought
you basically have to eliminate that rotation. So what you do is you align this motor to the North Star. Right. That's why everything kind of rotates around to a degree. There's stuff inside with a reticle, and you have to use your phone to figure out where to place it. Physics. There's a lot involved, man, and it's like you screw up one step.
Yeah, what happens? Does it get blurry or something?
It gets blurry.
Oh my god!
You start to get these streaks. The stars aren't round anymore because they start to get streaked out.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
Like you have to level it. You have to make sure it's actually in the right place. So you have to make sure all your stuff is set up properly. Then you're actually at the camera. Finally. You have to make sure your settings are right. You have to make sure you're aimed at the right thing. Because one axis, you're rotating with the motor. The other one is actually on the head that moves back and forth like this.
Oh, okay. So that's the one where you can focus on which planet, star, galaxy system.
In a way, yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot involved, but all of that, knowing that you did all of that right and you got a good photo.
Is like the gratification is like
that gratification is like, I remember when I got that photo of the pink one, that you were talking about.
The purple one? Like the purple explosion one?
Yes. Yeah. So if we're talking about the same one.
Here.
Yeah, North American Nebula. It's NGC 7000.
That's what it's called? North American Nebula? Oh, it's so
or the
sick.
Pelican Nebula. It has a couple different names.
Yeah?
I cried.
I would too if I captured that.
Because we were in Leamington. It was actually my birthday. My mom and dad
Oh, it was your birthday?
My mom and dad were like, hey, we want to take you somewhere special. Like, you're really into this astronomy stuff. Let's go to the darkest place in Southern Ontario.
Oh, wow, that's so sick.
Point Pelee. The very tip is where we were. That is, I think, 30 kilometers or something away from the city.
That spot right there.
It's so cool, and you're so far away from everything.
Did you see the whole galaxy?
You could see the Milky Way with your naked eye.
Okay, you know what's something crazy? This might be crazy to you. I haven't seen like the stars in the Milky Way in like 8 years, like 10 years, pretty much.
Well, yeah, if you're from the city, man.
Yeah,
like, it's so
I just realized that I've never seen that, and it's still there. Like,
you can all still see as long as you get away from the city.
Right, I've never gone away.
If you drive 40 minutes out of town, go like.
Right, I'm just always here, and I never see it in the sky. I'm like, how did he capture all that?
Yeah, like most of the stuff I take from my backyard. There's very few things I've taken outside of there.
And that was one of them. That's
why the color is so clear on it.
Right.
There's no light pollution.
Oh, so the light. Okay, one sec. How do we not see the stars here? Is the light pollution that bad that it blocks all the stars?
That's exactly what it is.
Really? It's that bad?
It's measured on a Bortle scale. That's what it's called. You have 1 to 9. We are in 9. Or no, we're around 8.
1 to 9, is it like a logarithmic scale, like how to the power of 10 or something?
Exactly. So it's how clear, how much you can actually see in the sky. It's measured based off of certain magnitudes of star. There's a whole stuff that I haven't researched. But Leamington, where we were, was a Bortle class 4. You can see the Milky Way. You can see just about everything.
4. That's pretty good.
That's like.
How do you get to 1?
You're in the middle of the ocean, dude.
Oh, I see.
You were
I see. Yeah. Like one of those big oil rig thingies. Like you see nothing, just darkness.
Like you can't see your hand in front of you. It is dark as shit.
That dark? You can't see your hand in front of you?
Like stars glow. Like it's beautiful out there. Like
you've been out there. You say it like you've been out there.
I can only imagine.
Oh, you haven't
I can only imagine.
Oh,
it's a dream.
Deep sea photography.
I can't even imagine, man.
That would be so insane. Yeah. So talk about the process of capturing that photo right there.
So that photo, we originally set up close to a beach at Point Pelee, and the wind was really bad, so we had to move somewhere else. And we took our truck, out to a parking lot. in the middle of the park, and I set up everything, and it was pretty good there, but the wind was still pretty bad.
Oh no, it was really windy that day?
It was really windy, and it'll shake your setup a bit, so you gotta be careful.
When was this? Sorry, was it like winter time?
This was mid-August of last year.
So I don't know my month. Was that summer? Winter?
Yeah, that was summer, yeah.
Summer, okay,
yeah,
okay.
So, yeah, middle of summer is great. Weather was great.
Just big wind.
Really windy.
Oh, and you don't want wind because it'll shake up the stuff, right? Okay.
Exactly, it'll make it all...
I thought I thought the astronomy thing is so like big, like the wind won't affect it.
You'd
I guess
think
it still
so,
does.
but there's so much weight on it. Like that entire setup weighs about 15 pounds.
Yeah, so I thought it wouldn't be like wind affected.
No, it's just so much surface area, especially with the camera.
Oh, I
you're
see
so
the surface
high up,
area.
like,
Yeah, right. It gets easily toppled.
Exactly.
Right.
Like you've done physics.
Yeah.
So there was that. That was a pretty big challenge, but
Yeah. So how did you get past it?
so we parked the truck here. The wind was coming this way, and I had to set up on the other side. It didn't do a great job. Actually, I had to stand in front of the setup blocking the wind for almost an hour and a half.
You were that dedicated?
I was dedicated because you don't get out there often.
Right, you're right. That's like once in a time.
Yeah, close to it.
For now, right?
For now.
Yeah.
It's my dream to get out there
right.
sometime this summer. But
Right.
yeah, it was a big challenge, and most of my frames I actually couldn't use because they were all so blurry.
Like from the wind and...
So I got 200 hours worth of exposure. That's how much time the sensor is exposed to the target.
Hours?
2 hours, yeah.
2 hours. 2 hours.
2
I
hours,
heard
yeah.
200, sorry.
So I took a ton of different photos, and you stack them on top of each other.
And do you see the photo instantly, like a car photo, or?
Oh, no.
Why not? What happens? Isn't it like capture? It's here, like you see it. Like what happens with the space photography?
So you can't see anything. There's such little data. I love using this analogy. Stained glass.
Pardon?
Stained glass.
Stained
you have
glass,
a piece of
okay.
stained glass, you hold it up, you can see the color. A really light tint.
Yeah.
You can kind of see it, but it's hardly there. Now put it in a dark room.
And you fully see the color?
Well, no, you can't see anything because it's a dark room.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you won't see anything at that point, right?
Now, the more exposures you take, imagine you're turning up the lights a bit. And the more exposure you have, the more you can see it. Because there's more light that the
Coming
sensor's
in.
actually captured. Exactly.
Right, I see.
And the stained glass analogy is because now, the more exposure you get, imagine you're stacking more panes of glass behind it. You can actually see the color more now.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Wait, sorry. Am I still in a dark room right now?
No. Imagine the lights are up now.
Oh, okay. The lights are up.
now,
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And when you stack more stained glass when there's light, you can see the color more.
Exactly. You see the color
Yeah,
more.
that makes sense.
So that's exactly what taking more frames is like more photos. You're turning up the lights, you're stacking more frames.
Oh, I
You can
see.
see the color better.
Oh, so wait. So is this like a long exposure photo of 2 hours, or is it more like a video?
It's that's exactly what it is.
A long
except
exposure
it's chopped
of
up into a ton of pieces.
Yeah.
Because you can't get too much exposure
I
in one
see. So it's like
photo.
overlapped photos from 2 hours into one.
Exactly.
Oh wow! I didn't even know that. I didn't even do research.
That's why it's great.
That's why
because-
it's so like gratifying. Like it's a
like
2 hour
you're-
photo. What the heck?
you've already set up. You've already you're watching this thing, making sure it's working properly.
Right, and you can't see it until the very end, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah. How did it feel seeing it coming through, or do you only see it at the very end?
So
or do you see it step by step?
You can see some stars in the photos, obviously, and you can take a pretty good look at it. And especially when you're in like low light pollution, you can see some color in the original photos on the viewfinder.
Right.
Back in the city, it's nothing like that. You can't see much.
Right, I see.
But yeah, the gratification when you pull it up on your computer, you stack it together.
Oh, you have to stack it together
You have to stack it
manually?
together.
Oh, okay.
Or not manually. There's a
there's a
program
stacker
that does
thing.
it.
I see.
But you still have to pull the information out of the photo. There's so much stuff you have to do with it.
Oh.
It is this podcast is gonna be 2 hours long. I mean,
Don't
just
worry,
explaining
everyone has been going like that
man.
so far. But I'm really interested in this too. Like
So you where was I?
you were
Sorry.
like stacking it together, and
yeah,
finally the very end, when you get to that photo, like what was the feeling?
Oh man, I started tearing up. It was so overwhelming because
That was a really good photo
all
too.
that color, man. It's like I've never done something like this before. This was a goal of mine.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 2 years. This is what I wanted to get.
Like a photo like that? Right.
A photo like that, specifically that nebula.
That nebula too, so you're chasing that nebula.
So I was
Wow.
chasing that for years. And I'll actually I'll upload another photo to it.
Okay.
My photo from the city versus out there.
Right.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
the one from
difference.
back home is just so grainy. I can't see much.
You're like,
Out
oh,
there,
what is that star?
You can see the dust in
Yeah,
space.
I saw that.
It is just, Oh, like I still
Bro, I
can't
show
wrap
my
mind
friends like
around it.
Michael G and stuff. They're like, wow, this could be on NASA. Like, it looks like the same level quality NASA photos
Yeah.
have.
And what's crazy is that I am at the bottom of the
NASA.
totem pole right now. There are
Yeah?
people who are so much better than I am. Just a beginner.
Yeah, oof. You're
There's-
too humble right now.
There's so much more to do.
Like the levels going up.
Exactly, like,
That
'cause-
kind of excites you
yeah.
too, right? Knowing you can improve, like there's still room for
Exactly.
improvement to like capture even better photos.
Exactly. Yeah. But the
Wow.
thing that doesn't excite me is how much it costs. Diving into this, like take a stab at how much that whole setup cost me.
Well, you told me.
Did I?
Yeah, you did tell me
Yeah.
$5,000, wasn't it?
Pretty close to
that's
it.
a lot of money.
Yeah, because you have to buy the mount, you have to buy a good tripod. I have a carbon fiber tripod.
Why
To
did you
hold
carbon
17
fiber?
pounds worth of stuff.
Oh,
You want it to be
okay.
lightweight to take places, but you also want it to be strong.
Right, because you have to make it light as well and durable. That's why it's carbon
Exactly,
fiber. I
man.
see.
So K&H carbon fiber, they made a great tripod. The mount, the tracker, the motor, the camera, all
Did your
that
parents
stuff.
help fund you or just solo?
So
or like some?
my grandmother, I love that woman, my baba, she's amazing. She helped me buy that star
okay.
tracker, the motor.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have to buy the motor separately?
It all comes in a set, but I'm just calling it the motor for now.
Right,
so
right.
the whole thing is called the star tracker, the thing that turns your camera.
Oh yeah. I thought the camera turning was built into the camera. So it's a separate motor to
It's
do
a separate motor, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So once you set it up and it's aligned to the North Star, all it's doing is rotating.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's like building a computer almost.
In a way,
We have to
yes.
buy different parts.
Exactly.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Wow.
and you can upgrade different parts. You can upgrade your lens, your camera. You can put filters on it. You can upgrade the
Right.
motor.
Upgrade the motor? Like you,
Yeah, like you can buy
Oh,
different things.
Like when
can-
you upgrade the motor, can you get so precisely like aligned with the North Star compared to other motors? Is that like, a
Exactly.
big difference too?
Yeah, so you can buy better star trackers where it's like, okay, now it comes with a tripod. Now it's so heavy, it's so precise that you can zoom in really far and you won't have to worry about
The blur.
the blur. Yeah,
Wow.
But yeah, then I think about, oh man, I have to fund this. But yeah, my baba, she chipped in. She actually paid half of it. She was absolute
yeah, that's so nice.
sweetheart for it. I love her for that endlessly.
Right.
She's very nice.
That's so cool.
But yeah, I'm very lucky to have that support from her.
And also, do you have any siblings, real quick? Sorry. No.
Yeah, I've one brother. He's 15. He's grade 9 at our school.
Was he there with you for the photo when you took
He
that?
was, yeah. He went back to the hotel early with my mom. Me and my dad stayed
When
back.
did you get that photo? Like the very end piece of that purple photo.
Oh, 1
Was it at the
a.m.
hotel?
1 a.m.
Oh, 1 a.m.
1 a.m. So we had a hotel in Leamington, and we drove all the way to Point Pelee.
Oh,
that was the
okay.
closest we could get to there
Right.
because the cities are so far away from it.
I see.
But yeah, it was
How's the feeling when you showed them that photo too? I want to ask you.
my dad. Like, it's really hard to
Right,
make my dad proud. I'm sure, not to sound racist, but I'm sure you understand. Just like the
Yeah.
fathers, they can be.
It's like the father who likes to
Yeah,
wow.
it's like, Dad, look at this. He's like, whatever, you know?
yeah. Good job, kiddo, with your photography.
Yeah, it's like, it took so long to make him like, oh, you're finally proud of me. You know, I'm finally impressed you with that photo. Like, he was like, huh, that's good. I was like, oh my God, he thought it was good.
Yeah.
Like anyways, yeah, it was,
Yeah. That was a sick photo. That
appreciate
was a really
that,
sick
yeah.
photo, yeah. If you vibe with this combo, drop a like, leave a comment, and hit that sub button. We'll catch you next time on Different Walks, Different Talks.